what happened in the last video.
Suddenly Jay had tensed up and found himself behind my back.
And here is more MrDudeManSir.
Mayu? Where have you gotten yourself off to? Mayu, I swear I heard your voices a moment ago. You can't be far. You were singing about missing me. Are you okay? Have you been injured? Are you afraid? Are you lonely? Dang it, Taguchi. What the heck is keeping you? It's been well over an hour. I went here to exchange information with you when I could be out searching. Dang it. God dang it. Why has this come to this? Oh, Mayu. I don't care about anyone else. I just wanted to see you safe. Just you. And I'll be happy. What the heck are you looking at? In my agitated state, I kicked a pair of hallway slippers that was sitting in the ground nearby, and they flew right into the dead girl's face. What are you going to do sitting in a place like that anyway? You're dead. You're not worth such of an honored seat. You're an eyesore. What with that look? Think I'm strange? What gives you that right? You god dang stiff. I grabbed the jar and began shaking it around, and was a bit startled by the sensation. It felt just like I was touching living flesh. Except this person was very, very cold. Cold as a statue. A statue covered in skin and muscle, but a statue nonetheless. What am I doing? Have I lost my mind? Why else would I be venting my anger on a dead body? I'm terribly sorry. I see now that your eyes have been sliced up, so you really weren't looking at anything, were you? What's wrong? Can I cut your tongue? If I'd asked you this a few days ago, I've no doubt you've been able to voice your objections and slap me right in the face. Miss Arisha Kaida pity. Get it together, Sakutaru. If you keep this up, you never find Mayu. Besides, this poor girl was an unfortunate victim. She does nothing wrong. Want to know a secret, Kaida? You're quite the looker right now. But you're just going to rot from here on out. Just rot and rot. You'll rot until your flesh gets all soft and mushy like soup. Your skin starts to stretch and sag, and your eyeballs spill out of your head like raw eggs. The smell of you produce will fouler than most thoroughly in every part of you. Your face, your mouth, your bowels become maggot chow. Before that happens, yes, let's preserve that beautiful form of yours, shall we? I flip my cell phone back and switch it to camera mode, centering the lens on the lovely Miss Kaida. Her slashed and broken gaze was focused ahead of her at a downward-facing angle, yet in contrast to these injuries, she wore a peaceful expression on her face. Almost as if she were posing for me, just waiting for me to hit that shutter button. What a lovely visage. This will make a splendid picture. Superb! Have you ever heard of that French film called Un Chien Andalou? No? You remind me of such a right now. Might I take another? Ha 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 ha! You may just be more charming now than you were alive. Yes, I think you must be. I mean, just look at that face. The line formed by those stiffened cheekbones. I'm sorry, but you're just so erotic. And that was bad thing I just read. Yeah, that is bad. I tried poking a room with my finger and heard a moist, squishy sound on my fingertip. I swallowed up. She'd gone cold, but I guess there was still some blood left in her. Either way, that decomposition was really well underway. I pushed further in, digging my finger through the gaps between her muscles until it struck something smooth and hard. I struck bone. This vicious chill bellies the steadfast strength of a narrow within. It's almost sensual. As I drew my face into her forehead, a few particles of perfume scented the foul odor of sweat and sebum that heretofore began assaulting my nostrils. sitting in a place like this, unable to even wash your hair, but you still found the time and energy to groom. How delightful. And yet, the smell of death and blood suits you so much better. So much better. Morishige is weird, even I like him, but he's weird. Very, very weird. What the heck have I been doing? Why have I been taking pictures of corpses? I suppose they do stress in the real killer situations like this, so anything I do can read my built-up stress. Isn't so bad. Yeah. It's all just a happenstance. There happen to be corpses in here, so I... Come to think of it, Taguchi was taking footage of the corpses in here as well. And he said he was doing it so we could find the police report. Wait a second! The girls started gasping after they picked up the camera. So I'm guessing they started seeing his stash of dead body footage. 1 hour has long since come and gone. Perhaps it's time to search for him as well. It's entirely possible that he's met with Mayu and is accompanying her after all. In which case, staying around here will accomplish nothing. Amidst the darkness of corridors, I spotted human figures. Living ones, this time. 2 of them. Both female. And both much younger than I. I approached them without making a noise or saying a single word to announce myself. Ah! What is it this time? So that's what Nari looks like. A redhead, kinda. It's like a cafe redhead. Brawn. It's like a mix between brown and red. It's not particularly super redhead, but it's just cool. Junior high, I guess. Maybe 12 or 13 years old. One was clearly much more fear-prone than the other, as she'd wrapped herself around her companion's arm and was actively trying to hide behind her. She was looking in my general direction, but with her lighting as dim as it was, I had no idea whether or not she could see me. And while finding survivors in the land of the dead was a rare occurrence indeed, my focus was squarely on the man sprawled out farther down the hall. He was unconscious, possibly worse, and an uncrossable gap separated us. But I definitely recognized him. It was Taguchi. I knew it. Is Mr. Taguchi dead? I was concerned about him. Did I feel for him? Honestly, no. I felt nothing whatsoever at the moment. I was simply asking because I was curious. I'm normally calm and stoic, sure, but this seemed cold even by my standards. Did I really not care one way or the other if you were dead? Hey, you know that guy? Not really. But you just said his name, didn't you? Here, I think this belongs to him. Give it a look. The girl handed me a beat-up DV camera. No doubt about it, this was the same one Taguchi had been looking into when I met him earlier. I took it without a word and immediately tried to turn it on, but to no avail. It had no power. Battery's dead. Doesn't seem like it'll be much use anymore. I think we found his battery pack on the ground too. Here, try putting it in the slot. Okay. The heck is the problem? Okay, he says. What kind of social reject accepts the strangest kindness like that? Not that I need thanks or anything, but still. Nari? Don't worry, he's not even listening. I placed the battery pack on the DV camera and immediately saw the red power light pop on. Still fully functional by all appearances. Now I can check over the footage he's collected. So what are you two doing here? Well... We're looking for our friends Nana Agasawara and Hikari Kirogami, fellow students of Morishigeing Junior High School, and some others from Junior High. My name is Nara Amatoya, and this is Chihaya Yamase. I see, middle schoolers then. The litter of you two reminds me of Mochida's sister. Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a senior high school student, right? I'm looking for someone too. Her name is Mayu Suzumoto. Have either of you heard of her, or seen her, or saved her, or is she dead or not? It'd be nice for her to be alive. You know it's proper for manners to introduce yourself before you start and ask questions. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm Sakutaro, the best name ever, Morishige, the 11th grader at Kisaragi Academy High School. Back to my question then. Have either of you seen Mayu? I have a picture over here. I flipped open Mayu's student ID and its photo page, almost as if it were a sheriff flashing a badge, but the responses from these two were not encouraging. They exchanged a quick glance with one another, then shook their heads. I don't think either of us have seen her now. I see, that's alright. There may be some clues as to whereabouts in this camera. I rewound the tape a bit and put the camera in playback mode. Immediately, horrifying imagery began displaying on the device's tiny LCD screen. Audio was irrelevant. It seemed like the only sounds on the tape were those of Taguchi's ragged breathing and footsteps, and his occasional self-mutterings. 90% of the video footage, then consisted of dead bodies, while the remaining 10% was mostly just the camera autofocusing in dim light. Each body was shot from a variety of angles so the cause of the death could be easily determined. Guess really was planning to show this to the police. The heck is this? There's nothing but dead bodies. Get it away. I don't want to see that. The two nosy girls are peeking on video contents over my shoulder, and neither seemed certain on how to react. Amazing. You really did a nice job with this. So many bodies I haven't seen yet. So many. They're like Shilil paintings. They're so beautiful. Still, his technique could be better. He does little to catch the viewer's eye. There's too much restraint. Too much distance. If it were me... Nari. Okay. What's the matter? Why exactly are you laughing? Laughing? Am I laughing? Yeah, you're smiling and laughing. Like you're having a grand old time. Well, that's... rather odd, isn't it? Nari, that's... Okay. I'm sorry, but... we have to get going now. Going? Where exactly? Well, we're in the middle of searching for our friends. What's your rush? Maybe there's something I can do to help. That's quite alright. We'll handle it on our own. Goodbye now. I think there must have been a misunderstanding. They thought I was some kind of pervert. Well, that's fine by me. It would be a pain in the butt to change their minds anyways. Besides, that was a rather fascinating reaction. I think I'll leave the camera here. It's the Gucci's eyes, after all. No one else could possibly feel what he felt from anything when you got it. I want to keep taking these surroundings with my own eyes, to keep feeling what my school has to offer, in my own personal way. I want my own collection. I suppose I just want to possess the dead. I want to make them mine. Wait, what am I thinking? I should be searching for Mayu right now. These photos are just for the stress relief. If I lost myself to despair before finding Mayu, she could be gone forever, and I mustn't let that happen. Yes, this is all just one step in the long process of finding her, and I certainly can't be mixing up a single step with my end goal. But I want to see more. Well, you'll get more. You'll most definitely get more, probably. Taguchi is completely motionless. It's impossible to tell if he's dead, though, or simply unconscious. Oh my! Another earthquake? Wasn't expected one. After bracing myself for an indeterminate amount of time, the earthquake finally subsided. The candle shimmering here along with a note. Whatever you do, don't look behind you. What happens if I do? Really? What is going on? It literally just like teleported me to a candle that's telling me not to look back and to have choices. I'm not gonna look back, but I mean, what's the point of this? It's just weird. I don't understand. Don't look back. Well, hello there, scared little girl. Eek! Stay back! What's wrong? Where's Fukuroy? Shut the heck up. I told you to stay back. You're in a league with him, aren't you? You seem confused. What happened, Yamamoto? You just slapped her. Or she slapped you. Don't touch me. There's blood on your hands. You really are. You really are. You're mistaken. This is from examining a dead body earlier. Just as I thought then. How could you be so cavalier about touching corpses? You're not right. There's no getting through to her in this state, it seems. I won't be fooled. I won't be taken by your lies anymore. She's certainly in a mood. Living humans so irredeemably noisy. People need to understand the value of silence. You sound like a hippie. Preacher views. Yamamoto? Gone already, is she? Yeah, looks like it. I should find some place to collect myself. That's right. I can always go back there. I almost forgot about taping the production of the Barber Seville. I have to make sure I get home in time. And here I was again. This is from the beginning! The same music as well. That doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like the Alget music. It makes me think of like painting for some reason. I don't know. I pressed the button on my phone that shut off the second alarm I'd set. This time the display were accurate. Then there was no chance of making it home in time to record the show for Mayu. I'll have to apologize to her later. I slid my finger naturally, almost automatically from shutting off the alarm to opening my folder of saved photos. There was no sound in the room other than the tone of my button presses, and virtually no later than the switch my LCD screen, or so it seemed anyway. Yet this is my rock. In this place, I could truly relax. Here and here alone. I felt at peace. The air was filled with overpowering aroma of blood and entrails. It would be enough to make most people vomit, but for me, it was a smell of savor. I didn't even describe it as comforting. Perhaps it's because it reminded me that I was in her presence. She, who decorated the wall like a flower in bloom. When I sat across from her, I felt more at ease than I could possibly convey in words. Is she going up the blood splat on the wall maybe? No, it doesn't look like it, but it looks like the beginning of the game. Like the beginning of the chapter. Was that she'd really been here for me? As she were waiting here for me. And sure enough, whenever I felt weary or needed respite, the door to this infirmary would always open for me, despite its tendency for the contrary. Each time it did, too, I would always be drawn as if the room were swallowing me up, and my eyes would always happen upon the offering first. This girl upon the wall, slowly drying and slowly rotting, would always be there to greet me. Never once did I tire of the sight. I've sure taken a lot. So many photos of the dead. I begun talking to myself. Maybe I was talking to her. If my phone's memory were stored some man's most sensual, most voluptuous objects, d'art? D'art. Objects d'art. Probably. I don't know. And she was the tip of the brush. The grand prelude. I had amassed the whole other buildings worth of beautiful sculptures to admire now, too. I was thrilled to bursting. This is the one. This is the sculpture known as Mitsuki Yamamoto in life. But in death, she was my property. One of my many pieces of found art. Those spirited eyes, now dull and clammy. Those lips that spoke such harsh words. Left stained with her blood. Her abdomen shredded. Her innards exposed. So alluring. So captivating was she now. Sometimes destroying that which is beautiful only serves to make it more beautiful. And truly, this was the proof. Still, it is a shame. It was a shame that I could only gaze upon these gorgeous works of art within these school grounds. Before returning home with Mayu, I need to erase every one of these photographs from my phone. It seemed like such a waste. The world in which I once dwelt was far too narrow-minded to accept these masterpieces. It was often a hard place to call home. But as long as I had Mayu with me, I could endure. And to that end, this photo was an obstacle, a detriment, a hurdle to overcome before I could rejoin the world of the living. I needed to delete it, to put it all behind me. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. If I do it after I get back. What was that little, like, music box tone, too? It sounded familiar. I don't know. It gave me, like, nostalgia of, like, a good song for some reason, but I don't even understand what song it was. But I got chapter 6 now and a bunch of soulful testimonies. So, it seems like possibly do the soulful testimonies, and then I'll be done here. So, I'm here. I made the soulful testimonies type thing. I think I unlocked, you know, this guy, Morishige, and, these two. Possibly this guy too. I'm not entirely sure. But I know I unlocked Morishige and he's one of them.
クリアおめでとう。作太郎役の柿原哲也です。大変お疲れ様でございました。そうクリアね、とりあえず、皆さん、したということなので、本当にこの怖いシナリオをよくぞ一人で、暗い部屋でヘッドフォンを、しながらクリアしたなと、耐えられたなと思います。怖くて、シナリオを読みながらも、これ多分プレイされてる方々は一人やると怖いんだろうなと思いながらも、なおかつですね、お芝居でできればもっとその怖さを、表現できればなと思って、全力で今回作太郎、再び演じることをすごい喜びとしながら、演じさせていただきました。コープスパーティー、本当に自分自身も大変ファンなので、ぜひですねこの作品、次へとまたつなげるようにですね、皆さん何回もこれをプレイして、次回作なんかね、できればね、絵が動いちゃったりなんかしたりとかね、そういうのをぜひ目標にして我々も頑張っていきたいなと思いますので、今後ともコープスパーティーを、よろしくお願いしたいなと思います。それでは皆さんまた会う日までお疲れ様でした。
That was nice. I really do hope there's a bunch more franchises. But there actually is. There's a bunch. There's like 2 more games after this one. And there's also like a sequel coming out after that one. There's a bunch. Although I can't play them because it's not like Japanese. They're not translated and whatnot. But I'll jump on them whenever they are translated. Anyways, let's get on to this.
皆さんこんにちは。こんばんは。おはようございます。山本美月役の戸松遥です。珍しくホラーゲームに挑戦させていただきました。怖いです、すごく。演じていて自分もなんかこう本当にゾクゾクしてしまう、ガタガタ来てしまう、自分は巻き込まれたくないなとこう思いつつ、そしてこう描写がすごくリアルだったので、私自身すごくハラハラしながら、演じさせていただきましたけれども、個人的にホラーゲームは大好きなので、一ファンとして、楽しくプレイできたらなと思っております。そして、今回ですね、私人生初めてダミーヘッドマイクを使ってですね、声を当てさせていただきまして、すごく、アフレコ楽しかったです。そんな怖いリアルなダミーヘッドマイクを使った様子をですね、皆様ぜひ楽しんでいただければなと思います。どうもありがとうございました。戸松遥でした。
She used a bunch of complicated words like dummy head mic and stuff, which I do not happen to have. I don't have that. I just have like it's an expensive mic, but it's not like 3D sound, like studio booth type recording dummy head mic. Well, yeah, I don't understand what a dummy head mic is.
クリアおめでとうございます。袋井正人役菊本平です。コープスパーティー怖いですよね。台本読んだ段階で相当怖かったんですけども、先ほど最終チェックを喫茶店でやってまして、店員さんから変な目でじーっと見られてました。まあだいぶ顔に出てたみたいなんで、 その喫茶店にはもうしばらくは行けないかなと思ってます。そんな思いを込めた本作ですが、まだ怖い思いをしたくなったら2度3度と楽しんでもらえたらなと思ってます。ありがとうございました。
I'll most definitely be playing it over again, probably over a live stream, which I believe I said before. I'm not entirely sure. Did I get unlock this guy as well? I think I did. We'll find out.
はい、皆さんどうも、黒崎健介役の与永翼です。ねえ、こうやって再度登場させていただけるとは思わなかったのでめっちゃ嬉しいです。何よりも生きてます。生きてる黒崎くんは、噛んじゃった、黒崎くんはいいですね。やっぱりなんかね、こう明るくなりますね。こうね、コープスパーティーの中でこうちょっと太陽のような存在になれたらいいな。また出たいよ。また黒崎を出してください。お願いします。ということで、皆さん最後まで楽しんでください。黒崎健介役の与永翼でした。
Well, he probably was kind of like the little like character like for comedy, like a buff. But if that is the kind of the character, I like this guy. This guy is the blonde kid, Dopiko Akimoto guy. Is my favorite guy in the series, other than like Satoshi. Actually, my favorite guy would probably be like Morishige, just because he's so like cool. He's like insane, but in a cool way. It is like adds spice to everything, even though it probably makes me sound really weird. But I like him. I like the guy. It's nice. You take that as you will. And as that car signals how I'm going to be ending this, I'm going to be ending this off. So in the next series, well, not stream, but like stuff I'm thinking of, I'm too tired to actually comprehend saying, I will be playing the next chapter to this. And so, until then, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.